Chapter 17. And instead, stop playing this straw. If you're still prep doing, then do not read it. You can tell Boulder your prep and I'm not on my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you're rock. If you are, then Fukoof. P.S. Wallow isn't really a prep, Raven. Please do this. I promise I will give you back a poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said we would help us with makeup if he wanted to, cause he was really into fish and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Back off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. Ah, damn it. Hold up here, there's some technical difficulties. I'm gone with Diablo Blow, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo Blow came. They were both looking at locking, extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we ought to. Diablo Blow was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic red t-shirt, and black fans he got from Die Warp Tour. Blue D Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be naval, but it turned out he was kidnapped at birth and his real family was vampires. And they died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism, and then he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. And we went back to all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Get it because we're goth. That's Dad Lucian gave them. We did pot, coke, and crake. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps, and we soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in the pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. He motioned to Helena and some other songs. Sulini, Gerard pulled off his mask, so did the other memes. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You neurotic idiots, he shouted angstily. And Obi, I told you to kill the vampire. Thou have failed, and thou, I shall now kill thou and Draco. No, no, please! We begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore! Chapter 18. I said stoop flaming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. Rock and not a pet prep. Thanks for the sweater. Put it that older Eson Dumbledore swore is cause he trying to be gothic, so there. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked down on pleasant black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood red bed lipstick, and a really black low-cut leather dress that was all ripped in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds in it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull, get it, cause we're gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We threw there on our blooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR boom. And we went back to our rooms and we had new you know what to a Linkin Park song. Anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. The walls were painted black and the tables were black too, but food could see there's pink pant underneath the black pant, and there's pastures of poser fans everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF! I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Cheryl loot t-shirt, black fishnet, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red lining that was all lace and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire Dracula and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot. Neville was saying suddenly gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and then he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. What the I shouted angrily. I thought that was he was just wearing a disco Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. And then, as you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table and Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we guys just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. He could call me Albert. He called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser. Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampires looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic. We could get it like Gerard, but I didn't say anything. But he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm Newt, okay, I promise. And please stop blaming this story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and we're jealous, okay? From Nick on, I'm going to doubt your man vows. But if you Novi and more blood so there, thanks to Raven for him to help. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. We had one thing to look forward to, Die MCR concert. It had been postponed so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked him what it was and he got all mad at me and started crying, all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? Nobody fucking understands me! He shouted angrily as he his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe and Boulevard of Borkin Dreams. He was wearing a black bag patch, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. Get it? Instead of tie, because I'm gothic. I was wearing a black low-cut leather top with chains all around it, and a black leather mini, black high-heeled boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a really messy, really high bun, like Amy Lee and gone under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. Boy, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, is that what a fucking looks like? He shouted. But it was too late. I know what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me in fucking shock, he asked. I said, shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What do you think you're doing in that girl's room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted it to be Tom Ritt or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, we need to ask you a question, he asked, pull out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert for a lot of guys and punks we're going to, he said. Anyway, Draco's a surprise for you. Chapter 20. And I sit to kind of care what you think. Slamming, okay, perhaps. Thanks for Raven for the help. Oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day I was wondering what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put in a black leather mini, a black corset with herbal stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I watched MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door, and I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to thank you for the venom. I got mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that. It was Draco, so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had said to be all careful around him and snap since he was a pedo. No act, Shelly. Get it? Hell. Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Backer, he said, going away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot! They both shooted angry when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up. Normally I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it, but both of them were fucking preps. BTW Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. Is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled that. Only you would get given to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit! Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took him a black camera and took a pic of them. You can see that they're naked and everything. Well, excuse me! They both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see when doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So back off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them, and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside, and there's Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. Where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire said, shaking his bed. Do you want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate in the front said MCR 666 on it, the one on the back said NOB on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the van. I almost had an organism. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in the corner. Chapter 21. Fuck you, okay? You fucking saw. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Because that bitch, Raven, cause it... Fuck you, perhaps. Whoops. Sorry, Raven. Thanks for the help. BTW transferring and rocks, Brad. I even got to go to Castle where Tricola was filmed. Later, we went all into the school. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch! I shouted. He shouted angrily. He started running out of the place in a suicidal way. I wanted to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, and Obi said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go back him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I went to go get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come! He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then back off. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility coat. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. He saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloaky and started yelling loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you probably little poser son of a fucking bitch. Vampire sat on his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me? Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filth meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off that cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrist outside of the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess, though. Draco. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch really placid. See, isn't that depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled back up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug in the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. Chapter 22. Mr. Pooh! Perhaps stop blaming, okay? If you do not like it, back off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? You suck. No, just kidding, Raven. You backing rug. Perhaps suck. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diablo Blow, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a straight back leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she was wearing a black poofy skirt with lace on it and a black gothic raid. Boots that were attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy symbol playing t-shirt and back pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as back and sexy. The vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight, poofy, black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so shot off her cleavage with a white apron that said "Bish" and other swear words and MCR on lyrics on it, kind of like one dress that I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Who is Jenny? Darkness. Who is Jenny? Was there too. She was wearing a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. Turns out that Darkness, Diablo, Crabs and Goyle's dad, was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed and they became gothic and converted to Stanism. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? And I'll be. Something is really fact up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put on fucking clothes first, I shouted angrily. It's alright, we have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you'd have to tell me why you're being all effective. I will, he said. I put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. And we went outside to a great hall and looked in from a widow. A fucking prep named Brittany was Gryffindor standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hillary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore come nearly fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. This school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill its students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill all your students. Very well, Dumbledore said. Well, we cannot do this. We cannot close the school. There's only one person who's capable of killing Voldemort, and she's in the school. And her name is N.O.V. Darkness, Dementia, Raven, Way. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. Chapter 23. And da fuck up species who are jealous just because I got 10,000 revals. One thanks to the Raven for that help and tell me about the Brook Screw Rock. Let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Umbridge and Cornelia Fudge stumped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Rumbridge saved us. Mr. Way, what the peep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore flared at her. Oops. Oops, she made a mistake. He corrupted her. She was, hi, everybody come in. Well, we all came in angrily. So did the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary, Crab and Goyle, started to make some morbid jokes. They looked exactly like a Villi Volo. I ate some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard shouting and someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Vampire, Draco, WTF? I asked. You backy bastard, yelled Draco to Vampire. I want his shit next door. No, I do, shouted. No, she doesn't backy like you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker, she loves me, not you, shouted Vampire, and then He jumped on Draco. No, and not in that way, Ooperv. They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the windows he flew through, fell apart. Brittany, that backing prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco started fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. That room smelled filth island. Voldemort! And Bobby. Ebony. Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice, "Thou hast failed your mission. Thou shalt kill thou, and I shall kill the vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please," I begged. "No," he asked rudely. "Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway." Then he blew away, cackling. I busted into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. Suddenly my eyes rolled up until they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lighting flesh and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrist in a depressed way. "No!" I screamed sexily. Suddenly I locked up. Stop having a vision. Ebony, Ebony, are you alright? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. "Everything's alright, and Albie," said Vampire. I was sensitive. "No, it's not!" I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. "OMFG, what's up again, Princess and Dalreen too?" "It's okay, girl," I said blamingly. "Maybe you should go to ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean now." "Okay, beesh," I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. And prep, stop flaming the storage, you're just jealous, so fuck off, and okay, you go to hell. One Raven thing begs for the help. Well, then we had deviation next, so I got asked Professor Trebley about divisions. "Konnichiwa, everyone come in," said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smiled at me with her gothic black lipsticks. "She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long dead black hair, blood red lips, and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. She and Blue Deep Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black lip top of red lace and a long black gothic rape dress. We were inside the black classroom with Professors Emery Strong. I raised my hand. I was wearing some black Neil Polish with red pentagrams on it. "What is it, Ebony?" she asked. "Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it, Hot Topic?" "Yeah," I answered. All the preps who didn't know who she was gave me weird looks. I then gave them the middle finger. "Well, then I have to talk about some things when you want to do it." "How about now?" she asked. "Okay." "Okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone," Professor Trevelyan said, and she let everyone go. "Except for you, Brittany," she pointed at Brittany and some other press. "Please do exorcise. Get it? One on page 3. "Okay. I'm having lots of visions," I said in a worried voice. "I'm so worried Draco is going to die." Well, she gave me a black crypto ball to lock in. I looked at it. "What do you see?" she asked. "I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram." Suddenly there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facette, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Converse shoes. "Okay, you could go now." What? See, oh my god, really? "Wow," said Professor Sinister. "Bye, bitch," I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to me. We both followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. Chapter 25. And stop blaming, okay, if you don't know, to just and put you up. Yeah, and I'll tell you all the nerds put viruses on the computer. Fuck you, Raven. Thanks for the help. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering when we were going to do it again. And then we went outside, and then Draco's black car. "Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelyan say?" whispered Draco, pointing his gothic right hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions about meant tomorrow," I said in a grumble in a sexy voice. took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car in a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on to MCR. And all the things that you never told me, and all the smiles that are never gonna haunt me. Shout, I sang George's sexy voice. We started tiling off each other's clothes frequently. He took off my black blonde and my black leather bar. Then I took off his black boxers. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tools sexily. OMG, Draco, Draco! I screamed, having an orgasm. Started freshing passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started having a dream, and a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No! No, please don't fucking kill us, they plead. But they just kept shooting him. He ran away in a red car. No! Oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me if I woke up opening my icy blue eyes. I wanted to cry and tears of blood were down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lincoln Park Mobile. But the worst thing was the people that shot in a dream were Lucian and Sirius! And chapter 26. And prep stop flaming. This story, okay. If you do not like the story, then go fuck. I love you, fucking prep. Ooh, suck. And why I wasn't being racist, okay. A few mutates later, Vampire came to that tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Charlotte t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flurriedly as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexually, trying not to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood, and I told him what happened. Oh, faggot! Vampire shouted angrily. He started crying sadly. What faggot asshole did that? I don't know, I said. Now, come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of a tree and then to the console. Dumbledore is sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said. We whipped some tears from his white face. And Albie had a vision in a dream. Double order started to cockle. Ha ha ha. And how do you expect me to know when he's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, said angrily as Dumbledore gasps. See, it's the Kutut of Crackter. You know very well I'm not decisional. Now get some backing people over here to look for Sirius and Lucifer. Pronto! Okay, he said in an imitated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longden! I said, told him which straight. He went about and called some people and did some stuff. After a few missed tunes, he came back and said people are going out looking for him. After a while, someone called him again. They said they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went to Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other and each other's gothic, derp-pressed eyes, and then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. And, you know what? I do not give a fuck. Well, you perhaps think about me, so stop blaming the fucking story, bitches. Thanks for raping for the love and sport. And help, I love you girls, so I couldn't update all. I was really depressed and I slipped my wrist. I had to go to the hospital. Revan, you rock, girl. Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I have saved them! Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Anobi, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and backing black platinum boots. I just tell you to back in perdition. I looked at Lucian, Surface, Drake, and Vampire, and they nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible wall. Then she said, Terra! I see dark times are near, she said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time, she said, took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, he had got his hearth broken. Now, would you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook his head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he's still evil, then you must kill him. You can come into my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did Tef's touch scene. I went outside sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness. Willow and Boldy Mary? I was about to tell him, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were chasing my name, and some reporters are trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps are obviously trying to be Gothic, wearing the hemshines on the hands, despite them having actually heard of them. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Gaw Cole put on some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Leslie's wizard wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. Chapter 28. I said stop flaming the story. It was a miscount when Professor Lemony said that, okay? Go to fucking hell. You suck. Thanks for Philly for the help, Raven. Have fun with Kiwi. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR and Marilyn Mason all over them. A black and red coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. And there was 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff in it, finished fishnet stockings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down in one of the chairs dispersively. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay, Vampire? Asked, potting his owl bastard hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco almost put his hand on me sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Voldemort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Bobby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not good to break up anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We French sexually. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then, I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire too. That's it. And I'll be on it. Black roses around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I said it was okay before. I took off my clothes. Then we were in for to rid of a riff. We started freaking if we climbed in the coffin. He put a Spock in you. We passively did it. I love you, Bobby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you. He screamed as we got an orgasm. Then we watched Vampire, filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McCoggle. 111. Chapter 29. Sauce that fuck up. You're just jealous cause your preps back you. Raven getting you look rock girl. Thanks for the help. MCR rocks 666. Oh my Satan! As we screamed as we jammed out of the coffin, snapping Professor McGoggle started to shoot us angrily. Come now! Preacher McGoggle yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck you're gonna do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me, long leave his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumble whore, lose your little secret, and if you do this again, then you'll go to St. Mango's. So give back the camera! Ha 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 ha! The mystery of magic Mojic thinks he's crazy. There's no way Dale will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Yes, so you shut your mouth, you insolent fools, and yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a real room with right stones all around it. There were these weird tools in them. Draco tried to cry out sexy and sexative. Get it because he's a sex bomb. LOL, Tom fell out rules for life, but not as much as Gerard or sex on legs. I love you, fucking rock, marry me. It started to cry tears of blood and happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said so, fuck you! Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started wiping my red eyes. And then, he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. He started to use each other in anger, and none of the ballots cooting each other yet. I took out my round. Crucio! I shouted. Snap started to scram, but he drooped the gun. But it was too late. Both of them were run out of ballets. I stopped the curse! Professor McGonagall did expect that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, okay, Severus, I'm gonna go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. vampire started to cry. It's okay, Aunt Albie, Draco said. Evergreen will be alright. Remember the video you took of Snake. Snape laughed again. Then he took out some whips. Chapter 30. Stop blaming the story. You do not know what's even going to happen. Okay, so flew you. If you flame, you'll be a trap. So elf flamers could kiss my ass. Sauce for saying. All timers dongerous, but that's a mystery's opinion because society basically sucks. Thanks, Raven. You rock, beesh. No! We screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera angrily. Then he came towards Darko. He took out some stones out of his pockets. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Snoop asked meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his hand and a knife came. He gave that knife to me. You must stab Fromper. He said to me, if you don't, then I'll rap Draco. No, you fraggin' bastard! I yielded, but then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes. I looked so depressing and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. LOL, get it? Because I'm a Satanist! Between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire and he looked too smexy too with his gothic black hair. And that's at a time when we screwed, and the time we did it with Draco and Dumbledore, and then came in at a time when Draco almost committed suicide, and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voldemort. He started to do an incapacitation, dancing around Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly the idea I had to close my eyes and use my vampire powers. I sent a telepathic massage to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. Dumbledore will get you! Draco shouted. Yeah, well, just wait till the mystery find out, Vampire yelled. Well, meanwhile, I took out my wand. Redonkulous Thunderhead! Snoop yelled. He took off all of Draco's clothes just when he was about to rape him. Crucio! I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop scrammed, running around the room screaming. Then I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. You Thunderhead! I'm going to kill... And shoot his Snape, and then suddenly Severus came. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Seb. I was just teaching him something. He lied. But then suddenly Lucien and Professor Trevelyan came in to the room, and then Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. And then Professor Trevelyan said, come on, Nana Abidi, let's go. Chapter 31. I said, shut the fuck up, you quave. Stop killing Ebony. Amarisu. Okay, you don't even know what's going to happen, so back you. Thanks for Raven for D help. I was always new in your Voxmorn, you son of a bitch. Ah, Boofy rocks, Sirius said to Snape. No, I wasn't. I was teaching him something, Snap clammed. Oh, fucking yeah. I took some black balsam morium out of my pocket and gave it to Sirius. He made Snap drink it. He did it angrily. Then Luscious took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did courses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucien made us get out with them while Snape told him his secret taste. Lucien took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me a million times. Professor Trevelyan took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to douse Volk some more. Moving pictures, MCR and Nirvana were all on. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trevelyan. We'll see, she said. I opened the bag. It was a sexy, low smut black leather gothic dress. It had red corset stuff, and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots. Willow chosen. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner, blood red lipstick. You look so fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Thanks, I said. Oh, now you're gonna go back in time, said Professor Sinister. You have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun. I put on a strap on my fishnets like in Resident Evil. Then she gave me a black time tuner. After an hour, used the time tuner to get back here. Professor Trevelyan said. Then she and Bloody Mary put on a pensive in front of me. Everyone in front of it. Good Luke! Everyone shooted. Darkness and Willow gave me the Tef touch sand. Then I jumped sexily into the pensive. Suddenly I was in front of Tess school. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I've ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey Way, only black. He had screen eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale wet screen. He was wearing a black ripped-off suit with bands. It was Tom Bombadil! Tom Bombadil! Chapter 32. I sit still framing. I know his name is in Tom Boldale. That was a mistake. If you do not like the story, then you can't go scream yourself. You suck! Hi. I said Ebony. Wait. The new student. I shook my polite hands with their black nail polish with him. The name's Tom, he said. But you can call me Satan. That's my middle name. We shook hands. Well, come on, we have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan, do you have to be a fan of Green Day? Since MCR and Everins don't exist yet, then I said, oh my fucking god, how do you know? Satan gasped. Actually, I like Get You a lot, too. Get it? Because did that song, I Just Want to Live, that sounded really 80s. Oh my god, me too! I shouted happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade, Satan whispered. Hogsmeade? I asked. Yeah, that's where they used to call it before the town before becoming Hogsmeade in 2000. He told me all secretive. And there's a really cool shop called Hot Topic! I finished happy again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called Hot Issue. He smiled covertly again. And then again, in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic. I moaned. Oh, and everything was making sense to me. So is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted. Uh-huh. He looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. Oh my gosh, me too! I shrieked to dead. You go to the school? Get it, because I'm Gothic. He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm new here. New! I smelled happily. Suddenly Dumbledore flew in his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily. No talking in the halls! He shouted, blonde hair and wearing a polo shirt from American Eagle. After stupid goths! Satan rolled his eyes. He's so mean to us goth and his monks because we were just in Slytherin and we're not preps. I turned around like, really? Actually, I think maybe it's because you're the Barky Lord. He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then suddenly, the floor opened. Oh my effing God, no! I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked if I fell. I got out of the hole. I was back in the pensive Professor Trevelyan's classroom. Dumbledore was there. Dumbledore, I think I just met you. I said. Oh yeah, I remember that. Dumbledore said, tried to act in all Gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the Ebony, what the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher, but she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort's serum. She started crying black tears of return. Dumbly dumb, I didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked, curiously touching a tear. Back off, we both said, and Dumbly dumb took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. OMFG, Anobi, I think I'm addicted to Voldemort's serum. And, see, you fucking preps go to yourselves. That's a serious issue. 20, go to hell. Chapter 33. And I said, shut up, it's not my fault. Okay, if you don't like the story, then you're a prep, then back you flamers. P.S. I'm not updating until you give me 5 good reviews, and this time I meant it. You suck. Thanks, Raven, for the help. I promise to help you with your stories, lols. Oh my fucking god, I shoot it sadly. Should we go to sing mangas, bitch? Hell no! She said, listen, I need your help. Next time you go back in, do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He's wearing a black TCT shit, which was his Panamas. Hey, sexy. I said, how'd it go on, Hobby? He asked, his voice is so sexy and low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We stared to go back into the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealousy. Not too far, lol, I barked. We have to do it with him? Draco asked instantly. I hope not too far! I shouted angrily. I felt bad for shooting at him. I said, sorry, we Frenched. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see. Draco giggled mischievously. He opened the door. Snap and Lupkin were there. Sirius was pokering them by staging them with a black knife. No! Please! Pumpkin begged as Sirius started to soak his blood. I laughed statistically. I took some full taunts of him of Snap being tortured. Cole, I know this is meant, but think about the people they are pedos and Snap tried to rap them, and anyway, say this rock anyway. Has anyone seen Shrek Attack 3, lols? We took some Snipe's blood, then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We put on a gothic black costume. My clothes were kind of dirty, so I put on a black outfit. Leather thing, kind of one Suline has an underworld. If you haven't heard of that, then back you. Put on some black platform high heels. Dark Go. Put on some Desolation livers. By MCR. Then we started to take off each other's clothes. I took off his shit, and he had a six-pack walls. We started to mac out for, like, the grudge. He pawed off my wetness, and you knew what sexually I couldn't orgy. Oh, Draco. Oh, my fucking god, Draco! I screamed passively as he got an enunciation. I'll love you, Taorbury. Tabori? Tabori. He whispered sexually, and then we fell asleep. Lol. Chapter 34. Shut the fuck up, Prefs! If you haven't heard the story, you probably just all Prefs and posers, so fuck you! Thanks, Raven, for the help. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put up black tight sexy dress that was all ripped at the end. There's black corset stuff going up the front and the back. It came to my knees. There was a slit in the dress like Mr. and Mr. Smythe. I put on ripped black fishnets, and there was a black stump boots. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I hopped it. Hi, Ebony, he said. Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I wanted to back Draco and maybe lessen the MTR so evidence or anything else. I came anyway. So what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flurriedly. I fucking tortured them, he said in a statistic way. They're in Azkaban now, lol. I laughed evilly. Where are Draco and Vampire? I muttered. They are excused from school today. Sodomize. Most sexually. Right now they are watching The Nightmare for Xmas. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic red black dress that was ripped all over, kind of like the one Amy Lou. Where isn't this pic? http:// She was drinking some Voldemort's here. I took out the pencil and then the time toner. And Albie, you'll have to do another session now. Oh, also I need to give me the cure for being addicted. She said, good luck. Thanks. And then I jumped into the prison again. Suddenly looked around. I was in the Great Hall wearing Count Chocula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. on a table was a tall gothic man of long black hair and pale skin and black and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Cruise shoes. He looked just like Sherilyn Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Sleuthborn? What? He's the Potent's teacher. And I'll be, yeah? I asked, did you know that Marilyn Manson is playing in Hogsmeade tonight? And they are showing The Exercise at the movies before that? Yeah? Well, want to go to the concert and that movie with me? Chapter 34. Ghost of Ooh. And thanks for Susie for the idea. You walked back off, Prep. Thanks, Rip, for the help you took, girl. P.S. I'm going to end the story really soon, so back you. Oh, yeah, and if you know any gothic names, please tell me, cause I need some for serious. Thanks. I went into the common room thinking of Satan. Then I went and gasped. Draco was there. I grasped. He looked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants, a black Lonkin Prack t-shirt, and black eyeliner. Draco, what the heck are you doing? I gasped. Huh? He asked, and I remember it wasn't Draco. It was Lucan. He still had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucian. I said, I know, but the new student, lol. We shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you. He said, he pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys there in a corner cutting. It was Sirius Vampire's dad and Snap! They were wearing black eyeliner and black good Charlotte band shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth bad with those guys. He said, we were playing tonight at the Maryland Mansion show as backup. Oh, really? I asked. Yeah. He said, we were called X Black X Tier X. I played together. Spartacus plays the drums. He said, playing pointing at him. Snaps plays the boss, and James plays the guitar too, even though we call him Samaro after Samara in the ring. Hey, bastards. I didn't have to give me Dutch tusks in. Suddenly I gasped again. Don't you have a lead singer? I asked. Lucian looked down sadly. We used to, but she did. She contemplated suicide by slitting her wrist. Oh my fucking god, that's so fucking sad, I guess. It's okay, but we need we need a new lead snigger. Samaro said, well, I said, I'm gonna ban myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're calling Bloody Gothic Rose 666. Do you want to hear me sing? Yes, said everyone. So the guys took out their guitars, so they just began to play a song by, get it? Because 8 by guys are so sexy. Grundy. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams. I said, thankfully, I do not own the rights lyrics to that song. Everyone gasped. And all will we please join the band? Please! Begged Lucian, Samaro serious and Snap, okay. I shrugged. Are Gone gonna play tonight? Yeah. Okay, I said, but I have to get a new outfit. I was walked outside wondering I was gonna go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McFly! He was wearing a black t-shirt and black baggy jeans. What the hell are you doing here? I asked. I will help you go for a ride in time, Minobi, he said seriously. Then, he took out a black Tim machine and went into it, and suddenly I was Ford and Tim! Chapter 36. And I said, stop blaming, okay, you're a butt bitch, you probably all server-nitty-year-olds. P.S. Porter sus are a prep. Oh yeah, and thanks to Raven for the help. Hey, have fun in England, girl. I looked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco. Vampire and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sorius, I saw you in Snap and Snip and everyone. I can't believe Snap used to be gothic. Yeah, I know. Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch. Professor Trevelyan said in an email voice, Perkins and Walls, bulk some more serum. Hey, facker. I said, listen, Satan asked me to go in the concert coronet in the movie, so I need a sexy new dress for the date. Also, I'm also playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too. Oh, my Satan! Get it, Gloss, because she's gothic blessed. Guess Billy Mary. Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? Oh, FC, let's have a group cutting session! Asked Professor Tribbley. I can't back and wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first, said Willow. Yeah, we need to get some portions for Professor Tribbley so she won't be addicted to Valsmore serum anymore, and some love potion for Ebony, Darko said resiliently. We have potion class now, Willow said, so let's go. We must sexually potion class. Snap was there, said it was there. Cornelio, fuck! Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco asked angrily. Stafoo! Shooted Canary back. He didn't ask man now with Snap and Lupin. He is old and he has cancer. Not do your work. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vannevar asks surprisingly. That's it! Cornelia. Book asked, Fack asked, shoot angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge! He stomped down angrily. We friends and I began to talk about it. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly, Hiker in the cupboard. What was he doing? And I looked at Draco. He's wearing tons of eyeliner and he looks shackshier than ever. Suddenly, Horgriff, what the fag are you doing? He shooted. I looked around. Hargo was putting something in my glass of blood. Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexually. God, you're such a poser! I shooted at angry. Suddenly I looked at what he was putting into blood. It was amnesia portion. Chapter 37. Okay, everybody, I'm going on vacation on 1st of July, so I'm either going to need to end this to fix or update it in weeks. Thanks! Oh yeah, and press stop flaming to story 1-1. Thing rains. I'll see you girl after the vacation. Darko's point of view, lol! Vampire and I chained Hargrid to the floor. Oh my effing Satan! I don't know what he said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia patient to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you are so sexy and love her anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would he need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Anobi. But you won't have to do it if anything, will you? I asked jealously. OMFG, you guys are so scary, said Brittany and effing Prep. Shut the pack up, said Willow. Anyway, let's go to Professor Trevelyan's room. Draco and Hippory and I went to Professor Sinister's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ren was. Oh, hi, Fackers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a black, gothic mini list. It said 666 on the back. Black Stilton boobs, white fishnets, and a black corset. Oh my god, thanks! I said, hugging him in the gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Okay, since Professor Sinister isn't her, what the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly he looked at the sun in the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan! I asked if I sent it. Anna said everyone Professor Sinister is away. She's too gothic. She's in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal anymore. Sincerely, Professor Brundage. OMFG! I shouted angrily. How could he do it? Suddenly Dumbledore came in. What the hell are you doing in my office? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty fly black tin machine. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in Tim. I looked into it. It was Professor Slootborn's Ephus. I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slootgorn. Oh my gee, what are you doing, Facker? He shouted angrily. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. What the fuck you were doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking around because I didn't thought it was your class. I said finally, hoping you'd see the potion in your pocket. Oh, okay, you could go now, said Professor Slootborn. And you went to common room and put on my clothes. Silius, Samaro, Snapper, and Leonard Penix practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, he's coming. I mean, oh, hi, you guys. He says, we're saying, oh, he's coming. He says, seriously. By the way, you could call me Hades now. Suddenly, Sane came. He was wearing a smexy black leather jacket, black Congress boots, a slim knot shirt, and a black tie. Okay, guys, I'll see you at the concert. I said I went and sat in Chapter 38.